Like always, we're doing a question and answer kind of thing. This is our third video, I believe. Third.
Yeah.
My name is Jason.
Hi, I'm Rowan.
Wow, that was really soon in our video.
I know.
Someone walking through.
It doesn't take long.
Yep.
Disrespect.
That's what we get for using public space.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's not like we have an office building.
We do have a very nice tree with a
Yep.
little festive bowl.
Yes. Merry Christmas Solstice Hanukkah to you all.
Say that again.
Christmas Solstice Hanukkah.
All right. I'm supercalifragilistic to you too. I've been up for a couple of nights in a row, putting up all the new Packer harnesses, underwear stuff, SCPs, that kind of stuff. It's been really exciting to have everything that a transitional male would need on our site now. So I'm going to run through these questions really quick because I don't think that he even knows it. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I've been up the last couple nights doing essays and projects.
Oh, yeah.
The last week class is here, so.
Our first question is, can the trucks be used for everyday packing? Now, the trucks are our new underwear that are made by Rodeo. They're like kind of the same brand. They have a built-in harness that can be used for prosthetics and for packers. So if you just Google truck boxers or truck rodeo harness boxers, like some combination of those words, you'll see a bunch of pictures of guys using them for both kinds of packing. I think that if you wear it for regular everyday packing, you have to just know that it's kind of like the penis part is going to stick out of your underwear, so it would kind of be like you're going half commando. The next question is, does the pouch in the Packer underwear you sell have access to STPing? I don't believe so. I'm going to ask the people that run the company that we're selling them through. There are two types of harnesses that go inside these underwear. One's called the Freeballer, which is basically the like the cage that goes around the Packer and just holds it in place inside the underwear. And the other one is the pouch, and I don't believe that the pouch has a STP compartment, but I will get back to you on that one. Are the underwear that you are selling made with a pouch, or do you add the pouch on? There's a cool group. We were going to sit there and sew pouches into underwear, but then we realized that there are people that already do this. They are called Bullet Briefs, which is their trademarked name, and they are a group of trans men that add pouches into underwear, from Ralph Lauren to Under Armour to Hanes and Jockey and Adidas and pretty much like just regular underwear. I'm gonna probably ask them to maybe start doing American Eagle because that seems to be a favorite among everyone. But I don't think American Eagle sells wholesale, so whatever.
The next question, which I can actually answer, says, can you tell us what materials or fabrics your boxers are made of? And I can tell you with the utmost confidence that the Under Armour stuff is made with a 90-10 blend of nylon and spandex, and everything else is 100% cotton.
All right, the next question is, any suggestions for some cheap, parentheses, electric razors? I should note that while I can't grow a substantial beard yet, I do grow enough facial hair that I do need to shave every couple of weeks. However, I hate having to shave all of it off because it makes me look boyish and my face is cold. So I thought an electric razor would allow me to control the length of facial hair. Is that correct? That's absolutely correct. Cheap. I know that a lot of people have some negative stigma against Walmart, but they end up being the cheapest place to find anything. I know the Sam's Club was $30, came with a lot of attachments, but the one at Walmart is about between $12 and $15. It's if you can picture like the hair clippers that they clip your hair with, it's just like a tiny version, like this big. Comes with little attachments that'll be like super short or like just a little longer, so you can sculpt, manscape.
My partner and I have been talking about going toy shopping and such, and here knows I want a strap-on. When we talk about it though, here says our toy. This doesn't particularly bother me, I just want my piece, not a toy to pull out of the dresser occasionally. Not that I have anything against any toy. I want the piece that I will call mine, that I can bond with. How do I talk to here about this? Okay, so the bottom line is that you really do need to talk to them about this. If you want to have this piece to be your own, to be a part of you, a sort of extension of yourself, as you were, if you will, then you really just need to broach the topic that way and say, like, this is important for me, in our sex life, in our relationship, that I have something to call mine as my own, maybe you can compromise and say we'll have something else that's ours as well, but I need something that's just for me, because that's really for my own mental well-being, something like that. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to go about this. I think that you're on the right track in wanting to speak to them about it, and really the best thing to do is find a good time to talk about it and really sit down and be open and communicate with each other.
Another thing to think of is if you want it to be your own piece, you might think of looking into it and buying it yourself. If this is, I've had a couple of pieces or toys or whatever you want to call it that I bought with a partner, and then when, God forbid, you break up or something like that happens, you've got this $120 like prosthetic that you've got bad memories with because it's like a child, you have joint custody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want joint custody over your penis. So yeah, you might think of buying it yourself. Like maybe, you could do the Our Toy thing and buy something together to do like that. But you could think about, getting your own thing.
One of our next questions says, hello. Hi. I have a question about binders. I haven't told my guardians yet about my gender identification. I have the possibility of having some work done on my chest to reduce the size. Parentheses. It was originally a self-esteem issue, but now it serves an even greater purpose. But that will not be until the summer. I do have more than enough to buy the binder I was looking into. So my question for you is, should I go ahead and buy a binder now and buy another later, or just wait until after I found out about surgery? Again, it really depends on your own well-being, how you feel about your body right now, whether or not your dysphoria is bad enough. If you have the money to buy one of the binders you're looking into now, I'd say go ahead. It could probably only be beneficial, and then when you find out about surgery, if it turns out you're going to be able to get it, and you'll have a reduction in size, and you'll need a smaller or tighter binder, you can always donate the one that you buy now that's bigger and doesn't serve any purpose anymore, because then someone else who doesn't have the monetary means to buy a binder will be able to get one as well. So I would encourage you, if you have the means, to go ahead and buy one now, but it really is up to you.
Right. So someone asked me a kind of medical question, so I went ahead and phoned a friend, and I asked them. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to do that whole thing over again with the phone a friend. Now it's gonna be silly because pretend to laugh.
It's not funny. Like last night, we were playing Apples to Apples, and Alexa's like, "Just laugh, everyone," and no, but you did it, and you're like, "Oh."
Yeah. Okay, so I got a kind of more medical question. So I went ahead and I phoned a friend.
I did it, and it sounded legit.
No. I know it's fake.
It wasn't even fake. I just went.
I'm just gonna read it and then explain who I did. Anyways, all right. So the next question is: anyone 2-in-1 video?
This isn't good. Who are you? I like it.
Anyway, the next question is: anyone out there a heavy smoker / drinker who can tell me what the exact adverse effects of either or both of these are for someone on testosterone? I'm 26, and I'm hoping to start T sometime this coming year. I'm a heavy smoker and beer drinker, and just wondering about what will happen once I do start, or maybe just looking for a good enough excuse to make me lessen my intake of either or both of these substances. Thanks. I didn't know, so I went ahead and I phoned a friend to my doctor, primary care provider, Carolyn Wolfgold, and I'm telling her name because she said that anyone who ever has a more medical question can, by all means, ask her. Her answer to this, I'll read you exactly what the email says because it basically says what I just said too. But anyways, tell your contact to write to me directly with that question and I'll answer him. Answer is that the risk of heart disease / stroke goes up on T, and smoking will add to that. Alcoholism is a huge risk in itself and not necessarily worse on T. But as you know, gender transition is fraught with fraud. Sorry.
That's why I do the spell check here.
You can't spell check when I'm reading. It's just...
Well, I
as you know, gender transition is fright. Well, yes.
fraught. We'll get there eventually, guys. Don't just hang in
But
there.
as you know, gender transition is fraught.
Oh my god. Did you just snort?
I can't stop.
Oh god. Wait, Rain, come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to try it again, or you just want to skip the word entirely? Do you want me to say the word?
Sure.
Like, you get to that point in the sentence, and I'll read it, and then you can keep going.
This is a serious conversation.
I know. I'm not the one laughing right now.
But as you know, gender transition is
Fraught.
with all kinds of stuff capitalized. And if your head isn't clear, the stuff can take the upper hand. High risks of suicide and depression even without the alcohol, but the risk goes up through the roof.
To conclude, basically, there are already risks involved with taking testosterone, and adding extra substance abuse issues or just an overconsumption of any sort of substance will only exacerbate some of those issues. So it's probably best if you scale back on either or both of those just to try it. But there's guys out there who smoke and drink constantly and they're okay. It's luck of the draw, but you're better off trying to pull back on that. Fraud. Did you say that?
Fraught.
There you go.
He did it. Why did I say fright? Did I say fright?
You said fright like twice. I
Fright.
think. Fright. Transitionist fright with stuff. I did that one already.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
So I will do, are you still doing tiny chats? As soon as the semester started this year, we were on Nazareth College's Wi-Fi, and for some reason, that Wi-Fi just absolutely hates tiny chat.
It really does.
And so, when the staff members can't get into the tiny chat, it tends to kind of fail because, I don't know, I loved the people that I met. I really liked, a lot of people had come to me and said that they really appreciated that time with other FCM people, or anybody.
Everyone.
But yeah, the tiny chats, I don't know what to do about that. Someone suggested making maybe a new URL, but I'm thinking that it's something to do with a firewall or the fact that the Nazareth internet really sucks.
That too. It's horrible.
All right. Last question, I think. Unless I missed some questions in our Tumblr, and I'll go look.
Okay.
How should I ask my parents to see a gender therapist? Did you ask your parents to see a gender therapist?
No, my mom told me to go see one.
Hmm.
She was like, if you're coming home, when I was a freshman in college, I spent one semester in school down in New York City, and I essentially hated it so much that I asked my parents if I could take the spring semester off and come home and do something important, take an internship, do some work. And my mom basically said one of the caveats to you coming home is you need to go see someone about your gender. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
So
I never actually saw a gender therapist.
it's true you didn't. You
No,
just went right to
yeah.
those many people.
I just went right to it. But I do recommend it. I did see somebody for a couple months my second semester here, and it was nice to have someone to talk to, especially that was kind of new about gender issues and the psychology behind it. How would you go about asking your parent? Tell them what's going on. Talk to them. Let them know that this is something that you think would benefit you.
It's kind of the same as asking a parent or guardian to see any sort of therapist. A lot of people have negative ideas, and there's a sort of a stigma about seeing a therapist or a counselor or doing any sort of thing like that. But if you can really get the point across that this will be really beneficial to you, that it's helpful to talk through issues, and that this person is someone who is somewhat of a trained expert in some issues that you're having, I'm sure they'll be much more open and receptive to it. Really, if you can just hammer the point home that it's going to be good for you, and that this is what you need to be a better, more well-rounded member of society, someone who's happier or at least more stable in themselves, I'm sure that they'll be willing to let you go see someone. Shouldn't have ended on. So we had one more question, and it was a question that neither of us really knew the answer to, nor were we qualified to speak on it. So we did another phone a friend, and we got one of our friends who identifies as genderqueer to come in and record an answer to that question.
The question is, say there's a female who wants to be on testosterone, but doesn't always feel male. This female feels more by gender more than anything else, but would prefer his or her exterior to be read as male. Is this okay? He or she is more in tune with his or her masculine side, so he or she wants to take hormones to sync up this connection, but some days he or she still feels female, but is still more comfortably being read as male. I identify as gender fluid, so I've had some of this sort of thing happening to me. I do tend to be more female, so I haven't gone on TI. Sometimes I wish I could, but the girl in me wouldn't be a fan of that, so I haven't. But I think that if you're female assigned and you identify more as male, then it's probably not a bad idea to try hormones. They might make you feel comfortable in your own skin, which is kind of an important thing. It's fine if you don't want to. It's fine if you do. It's kind of your own choice. It's not really something that anybody can do for you. So you have to do what's right for you and what's comfortable for you.
That's all we've got this time. That was a lot of questions for 1 week, because the last video we did was last Tuesday.
It was, but I figured we'd do another one because you're leaving soon for break. So
we're getting separated for like a month, which is like not good for us. But so that's the video this week, or this time around. Thank you to everyone who sent in questions. If you have more questions, hit us up on our Tumblr Ask Box. We will be doing another one probably sometime in the new year. So we also broke 2,000 likes on Facebook, which was amazing. So keep liking us. Tell your friends and family and anyone else that has a Facebook, like your pet. I don't know, people have that. To like us on Facebook too. We don't really care who it is. And yeah, keep sending us questions. Everyone have a safe and lovely holiday season. Jason has something else to add.
A redo of our shameless plug about go check out our online store right now.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of new stuff in. I put like a whole page of new stuff. Super cheap because I don't know, what are we gonna do with money? Because it should be.
Because we like you guys.
Oh no, now they're gonna know I wear track pants.